What is going on, YouTube? It is Dormfoolery here, back with another banger of an episode. Ethan, can you please tell us what we're doing in today's episode?
All right, so today we've got a picture of the United States, and more specifically, this is Dormfoolery's America. You know, you're all living in it now, so get used to it because we're going to be redrawing the state lines today to make sense.
All right, guys, welcome back. I know it's been a long time, but as Ethan and Cisco said, today we're going to be redrawing America to how we will be running it one day, because we will corrupt the U.S. government even more once we are in office. So,
Sorry, Joseph Brandon. We're taking over America now, and we're going to corrupt your government.
let's go, Brandon. More like, let's go, Dormfoolery, #take pride.
Take pride.
All right, guys, so the first move that I want to make is I want to just take the worst two states in the country, and that would be Minnesota and South Dakota. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lump them together right here. All right. And we're just going to go ahead and get rid of those, actually. We don't even want them in the country anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make those Canada.
I second that. I think
Hey,
those two
You know what?
states bring the
That's very-
worst. They bring out the worst in America, and personally, I think Canada can probably fix that.
that's free
And
healthcare.
really, like, when I think about it and I think of, like, people that I know from, like, Minnesota, South Dakota, I feel sick because I'm so disgusted by, like, what
Yeah,
that state
yeah.
creates.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
they could be
agree.
like an awesome person or whatever. Like, I don't know, it's just like random, my roommate or something. But like, the thought of them being from Minnesota or South Dakota just makes me want to like what Ethan said, vomit.
So, when I think about California, it takes up way too much space for it to be as big as it is. There's really, you got the three major cities, LA, which is a pile of burning garbage. You got San Diego, and you got its capital, Sacramento, which should not be the capital. But, this is just really like, I think it's what the people want from California. And if I were to ever know two people from California, I know they would just agree with me that it's just, this is like the embodiment of anyone who were to live there. And so that's just kind of what I'm feeling out.
Now, I think it's really interesting, and Cisco, you can put this edited in post to show the viewers, but I believe in your drawing of the new state of California, you failed to put LA, San Diego, or Sacramento within your drawing of California.
So, okay, hear
Yes.
me out. If I was from California, what I would want to do, right? So let me take your current California drawing. If I was from Cali, I would take this, right? What I just scribbled in. And, if it let me, which is not, but I would just move it, Like, I would just detach it from the United States. So
You know what?
Okay.
I
we
agree
don't
with
even need a
that.
California, So since I can't do that, I'll just,
So here's what we'll do.
yeah, pretend this is,
We'll bring this out here, like this.
yeah.
And then
exactly.
you've
Yeah,
you've
that's
heard
good. That's good.
you've heard the wives' tales about Atlantis. California can be the new Atlantis out there in the Pacific Ocean.
You know, that's a very great idea. I really like what you did there. And I think if we do that, we might want to define Arizona's borders, and they can just take over. I think New Mexico would be perfect for them also.
I mean,
So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. But we need to make a new capital city. We're gonna build it in the desert here. Okay, it's gonna go right there because it's right on the coast. They can really enjoy the coast.
See, I don't agree with that actually. I personally think it should be the most inland, because if we're looking at a tactical perspective, if Canada were to ever invade us, that would be a pretty easy way of taking over our capital.
Okay, I think that
I'm
you are
thinking
completely brain dead there because you already know
no,
that if Canada was to ever launch an invasion upon America, it would be done through underground tunneling machines, and they would never do a sea invasion. Okay, Canada's not stupid. They know that we protect our borders on the coast, and they know that we protect our airspace. So they're gonna take the ground. Okay, they're gonna come through the ground. Check your pipes. The Canadians are hiding in the sewer.
Nope, not even close. Have you ever heard of the U.S. Marine Division called the Underground Dwarfs? They live underground, they are real, and they will attack the Canadians. The U.S. government has a deal with them. All right, we train them.
Listen, you're wrong. Okay,
no.
the dwarves are part of the Canadian Army. They're
you even
double
got them
agent.
wrong. They're not dwarves, you idiot. You're the one who's brain dead, and you're the one who's brainwashed. You probably don't even believe in gnomes.
All right, Nick, hear me out. Have you ever gone out in front of your house and gone in the sewer? Have you looked in the sewer? Have you seen the gnomes in there?
What do you think I've been doing all summer? I have been gnome hunting.
Where I live, I see the gnomes, and when I see the helmets that they're wearing, those have Canadian flags on them. I've never seen an American flag. No.
You must
be because the gnomes are fighting
some sort of. I don't even know what you're on, but no, the Canadian dwarves, the ones you are talking about, live in the northern part of Canada, underground, where it is impossible to live on the surface because it is too cold. See, the gnomes that we have in America are completely different. See, I've done my research. That's the difference between you and me. I've done my research. I have years of experience. Okay, and you come here on my show to talk about dwarves and confuse them for gnomes.
Only an idiot would think that Canadian dwarves live in the north. They're permafrost that they can't break through. Their gnome hands are not strong enough. They can only break through soft
They're
soil.
not gnomes. You are. This is why I don't even want to know.
They come into the Pacific Northwest.
You're just I don't even want to talk to you. That's how you just sound really stupid. And guess what? You're being broadcasted to a billion people right now to show how stupid you really are about gnomes and dwarves. If you know anything about dwarves, no, let me talk. No, if you knew anything about dwarves, you would know that they have muscular hands and strong wrists in order to take through that permafrost.
The permafrost is so deep, it's so thick, it doesn't matter how strong they are. They tear their skin. Okay, the muscles don't match the skin. And besides the fact, how do you think the Mexicans invaded America? Well, the war is there. You're not taking the sea route because the sea is dead and kill people. The Mexican gnomes are coming in through the ground, through the sewers. Okay, they get in your house, they come out blasting your pipes, and you think they just like, oh, that's no, that's the person who's seeking in the country. And you need to be worried about that because that's the next threat to America is gnomes coming in through the sewers from Canada to take over America.
I think you're crazy. I think you're.
And you know, okay, but you know what I think is really important for Alaska? I think it's crucial that we give Alaska to Switzerland, okay? Because they're the only country that knows how to stop the gnomes. And it's highly important that we neutralize this threat before it becomes a huge issue in the world.
Well, here's the thing. Are you talking about gnomes or dwarves?
I'm talking about gnomes.
Gnomes don't live in Alaska.
We don't live in Canada, and if they get to America like they have been, Alaska's right there also.
Dwarves live in Canada, in northern Canada. I've said
No.
this. I don't even know how many times.
Okay,
When we give
dwarves
them Switzerland, we give
are
them
real thing,
dwarves.
okay? They're people, all right? Gnomes are little hell creatures looking to destroy those
Don't you
very
ever
stable
say that
country.
about, no, don't you ever say that about America's tactical gnome operation, okay?
America's tactical gnome operation is a shell because they don't have control of the gnomes. They're trying to convince us that they do.
That is not true. We have an agreement with the gnomes. We give them nuts and berries. They give us protection against the filthy Canadian dwarves.
We're not giving them nuts and berries. We're giving them AKs and they're turning them on us in 5 years.
No, that is so not true. We are giving them nuts and berries and also AKs. Not AKs because, well, we're not going to do AKs. But we give them other weapons, maybe, or weapons of mass destruction. We don't talk about that. But it's all in defense against the filthy Canadian dwarves. Not to confuse the Canadian people. Fine, people. I'm talking about specifically dwarves.
Dwarves are just people. I think you're being very, very self-denying dwarves.
No. That's not true. Dwarves are not people.
Guys, I have a simple solution for this, alright?
Okay, I'm listening.
Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Okay. Here's what we do. It's simple. Let me put this down.
You stole one of my ideas.
Hold on. Let me move this down a side.
Partially.
There. Problem solved?
Sure.
Do we need to
Sure.
worry about
Okay, guys. So next, we're gonna tackle this whole, sort of Midwest section, mainly the Colorado area, and just because Colorado and it's pretty much useless as a state. So what I'm thinking is we combine Colorado, all right, in this rectangular shape, all right, and we fuse it with like Kansas and Nebraska. So I'll just add this little part here. And then what I'm thinking is, our whole economy as Dormfoolery's America is gonna hinge on, shopping centers and shopping malls. So what I'm thinking is
the targets?
right, yeah. So we make this whole upper section just like a massive like parking lot for just like tons and tons of like cars, maybe like get like triple, quadruple stacks of like parking garages. And then down here we have a dedicated section for like a port, so ships can just come in here. and you know, they can unload all the stuff that we'll need for the rest of this part in here, right? We'll just make this like a huge, like all one target, all right? And so it'll just be like a super target, but it will span the length of like Nebraska, half of Kansas, and half of Colorado, and then you have parking all the way across the northern part of Colorado and the northern part of Nebraska. So
All right, so for my idea, I've been thinking about this for a while, and if we had the materials to do it, I would take this little cluster of land right here, whatever it's called, I just know it's popular, and move it all the way to about right here, because there's nothing here, like right about here, like an island. And since this one, it's so far out here, it's like probably out over here or something. Takes like a few days by boat. It's just very long and wastes a lot of precious resources. So if we just move this island down by Florida right here, because there's nothing there, we could really make a lot more money off of this little island. What do you guys think?
I think that's a
No.
great idea because like Florida, they really need an economic boost, and also I noticed that because of where Hawaii is now, there's a little bit of a conflict because it's kind of like right on top of Mexico, you know?
That's
Like I don't
true.
know how we
Yeah,
can
I
have
was
like
also thinking that. Yeah.
how can we have islands in the land of Mexico? I've never understood that. So I think it's very important that we move it actually.
you know, Ethan, I really agree with you because I was also thinking about the Mexico thing, and like, I've never been to Mexico, but like I've been thinking like like maybe there's just like holes in Mexico because I know Hawaii's around water, so I think there might be like holes in Mexico to like compensate for that. So I really think it's like a lie to the American dream, keeping Hawaii like, a lot of people think, oh, it's just like in the middle of the ocean, like around just like a ton of water, but like obviously, like you said, it's right by Alaska. It's like in Mexico, so like I really think that moving it will just be better for like our view because it will make us like people will perceive us as more honest as the government.
Another great idea I had, if we for the island below Florida, is if we gave it its own flag to really like boost sales there and make it really feel kind of independent, like you're getting away from America. Like, how do you guys feel about like this flag that I just kind of quickly came up with?
I think
Right? Whoops.
that's a nice mock-up right there.
That's
Did you come up with that design on your
Yeah.
own?
I did.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
just
really
like
nice.
right there. I think, yeah.
Perfect.
So we move the entire thing. There we go.
Yeah, I definitely think, and I was gonna say, I actually had an idea for Florida, but I think that really, this is a nice flag that could represent the whole region. So I think we just put that right there.
Yeah,
That would be a
yeah.
lot more fitting.
That's actually a better idea. Yeah.
I'm gonna move it here really quick because, if I can go, I have an amazing plan for Texas, which I think would benefit everyone in like the west, Midwest area. If we look on the map, we have no like food places, right?
You're
We
right.
know
You're right.
America is known for fast food, right? So what I was thinking, right? Let me bring it down in size here. Texas, it's not called Texas. It's just McDonald's. What do we think?
I think that that's a very generalized statement right there to say that like all Americans like McDonald's. Um, I feel pretty sad that you would do that, but I do want to offer
Yeah.
I'm gonna change it. Okay, here, let me help you out.
Hold on, I'm just making sure like it's all covered at McDonald's. Okay.
No, let me help you out here. I know how to do this better, just so like, cause like, I mean like fat Americans, we get it. That's a stereotype.
What is
Really, what
so
you
low?
need is
Go, come
also
on.
you need Arby's. Okay, as
Arby's.
long as there's
I
Arby's.
forgot all about Arby's.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Here, how about this, right? So we do half of it Arby's, then half of it McDonald's.
I
And
think that's a
then-
lot more fitting,
Like that.
and I think
Yeah.
that represents everyone a lot better. But you
And
know,
then,
Well,
if
this
I
whole
can add one
two-party
more
system
thing-
is.
there's one more thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hold on, let me find it.
Wait, can I add mine quick, Nick?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
one thing that I'm seeing you guys missing is just only the most popular food chain in America. Really, I know we already have burgers with McDonald's, but I just think that Mr. Beast burger, if we put it up
It's a
here,
staple of America.
yeah,
I
I mean,
forgot.
I completely understand. Yes.
And I mean,
So I
while
think
we're
we
on the
put that
topic of Mr. Beast Burger, what I think another good choice, right? Feastables. So because we need a little bit of dessert, right? And we all know, I don't know why it's upside down. Here we go. We all know this is, becoming America's favorite chocolate, right? I mean,
Of course.
Mr. Beast is, just doing, he's doing his thing here. And I think.
Well, there's one
Feastables
thing about
should
that,
go there.
Cisco.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a place to sell those. I think personally, if we were to just, make Walmart a part of the new Texas, like a huge Walmart, like
But then here, let me put
if we were to
Feastables.
just maybe it just takes up the eastern part of Texas, maybe a little bit into the new Hawaii area.
I like that. Because if it's
Yeah.
connected to like a little bit of the east, they can all they then have access to McDonald's, Mr. Beast Burger, Arby's.
Yeah.
You are so right there, and I really appreciate that you've done that. But I just think it's a little inconsiderate again, because not everyone is on the blue side of Walmart, and not everyone is on the red side of. Hang on, let me finish.
There's a
Okay.
Target just north, like
Let me
you
finish.
said,
Let me
in
finish.
Colorado.
Hey, let him finish.
Okay.
All right.
But I just feel like even there, like, back in 1723, George Washington said not to make two parties. And I think that Walmart versus Target has really made that an issue.
It has.
True.
But
It has.
It's created a
You know,
political divide.
there's other options out there, and I think everyone should know that. And everyone thinks there's gonna be like a red wave or a blue wave. But what about the yellow wave, okay? Maybe the libertarians want to turn. They want to turn to have a shot. So I
That's
think
great,
that we need
but
to
if
have
we're-
Dollar
If
General
we're gonna
too.
do that, well, you got to think of the other party. Hold on. You got to think like red and blue sweep, and all that. But people always forget that there are a lot of other parties out there. So, like, what about the Green Party? They never get a say.
Oh, and you're
So
so
what
right.
about-
And
Yeah. I
There-
think the
there's-
Green Party should definitely be in there. Now we have a more mixed, not just a three-way split between.
oh, you're so right. And there's other ones.
Yeah.
There's also the Constitutionalist Party. They're purple. And they go
Yeah.
right there. I think that we've fixed Texas here, and I'm really proud of us.
We
So
did a
am
good
I.
job.
There's a big reason why I like Michigan. It's the water. And if you know me, you know that water is one of my favorite things, because the tunneling gnomes cannot get past the water because they will drown. All right? Even if they can dig below the water, the lake water will seep down through the dirt and drown the gnomes. They cannot get past. And so I really think it's important that we take Lake Michigan here and we just extend it all the way down. Okay? Just like that. So Lake Michigan gets bigger. Lake Superior also needs to be bigger. Okay? Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario, they all need to get bigger. And that's going to be huge because the gnomes will be stopped during their invasion. They can't get through. And I know Nick was telling me that tunneling gnomes are not a thing, but I found on my
It's
phone a
not.
picture. Hey,
It's tunneling dwarves, but I'll let you keep talking.
I looked in my drain last night, and you know what I saw?
You, knowing you, were probably strung out on some sort of alcoholic drink. I don't
Okay,
know.
look. I
I don't
took a
want to say
picture
what
here.
it
I took a
could have
picture. You want to see the picture of what I took?
Huh? Yeah, I'd love to.
Boom. That's what I saw. Okay? That's what's sitting in my drain.
No, let's Jamie, can pull it up. Jamie, can we get here? Okay, so if you look, this is not Tonto. You can very clearly tell this is either Photoshop or made by AI. What is he using?
You're accusing me of fabricating towards here?
Yes, I am. From the slanderous things you said against Gnomes today, and how you disagree with the fact that the disgusting Canadian dwarves are not a threat to America and its ecosystem and economy. It disgusts me and angers me a lot. No. Jamie, zoom in on that more. I think. See, look at his eye. What's wrong with that eye?
Okay, it's a valid one. People got shot. I don't know if it's known. It's clear under
That is a classic AI mess up. And what do you use to do?
It's an AK. You can clearly tell. It's an AK. Because he been shooting people all over the country through their drains.
AKs don't break down. So
It gets hot in the nose. It gets hot. That was hot. And no one ceramics, which is like under metal, and they melt, and they warp, and they shake. And I need you to understand that this is an issue. Our country's facing. It's important.
no, listen, I don't even. I was the command important. What's that about?
Listen, I put that there as a watermark. That's my personal watermark. So everyone knows I personally made that.
I think you photoshopped this personally.
Listen, you're freezing my
What's
accusing
wrong with his
Photoshop.
ears? I want to know what's wrong with his ears and his
Gnomes
nose
have weird
and
looking
his
ears.
mouth.
Can you relax?
Hey, Cisco, I don't want to hear it right now. I'm already fed up with Ethan, and I don't want to hear any of your bullshit. Okay, I don't. So I don't want to hear it from you. All right.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this and we're gonna keep it in the corner, all right, so that you can see it and you can understand the real threat to society.
No,
It's not
we're going to
inflation.
take this
It's not
away
climate change.
because of this-
It's not the
No,
Middle East.
you
It's not
are-
Russia.
All right, guys. So, you know, as we have all considered here, one thing that's definitely missing from our redrawing of the U.S. is entertainment. And you know, we have restaurants, we have our Target and our port, but those things will eventually get boring. So, one thing that will definitely cure the entertainment is going to be this. And do you guys hear that? Har 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 har. That is right. Five Nights at Freddy's. And what I'm thinking is, in place of Oregon and Washington, we go ahead and we reinstitute Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. All right, we build a ginormous Freddy Fazbear's to cover the two states, and you know, it will just be hours of fun. You know, don't worry about the deaths that will come. You know, that's just
Freddy Fazbear.
Still in twins.
Now I see that there's nothing in like the mid-Atlantic part, right? And this is just gonna be a simple fix here, and you know, all I'm gonna do. You heard it.
I like it. I like
Love it. Great move.
Just right here, I think. So whenever like someone enters this area,
I like it a lot.
I think that's exactly what the move is.
So do I. Yeah, I think that's awesome.
That's exactly what we need. Yeah.
That is just what we needed. All right, so to end it all off on our amazing America, I have one simple solution, and it kind of fits with the Western part. It's kind of like a symmetrical version. You know, it's something cool to show the power that we have as a country, but it's also like, you know, entertainment in a way. And I think it just speaks for itself. Let me just add it in here. If we just add one giant Optimus Prime right here, I mean, doesn't that look pretty badass? Wouldn't you guys agree?
I agree.
That
And I think that
And you
I
know
would just
what?
make. Okay, I'd just make one modification though.
I'm open for it.
Okay. Let me get it up. Let me get it pulled up here. 1 second. I would just make sure that we give him one of these right here, a shovel, because I think the number one way that we could use Optimus Prime is to get digging so that we can take out the gnomes that are tunneling into
That's
America.
what I was thinking too,
Now,
but
let me-
not for the gnomes, for the dwarves. But again, I'll let that pass since clearly not educated enough to
I'm
understand.
not even going to start with you right now because
I'm
you
not
know
gonna
that the
start
gnomes
with
are
you.
going to turn on us.
This is also for Optimus Prime, I think. I think he will need this in his adventure.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because when you
Yeah.
get to the gnomes, you have to do something about them.
And then
Yeah.
just one more thing. I think we definitely need a way for Optimus Prime to get around. And so I think, just a direct highway to the gnomes. I think that's definitely going to help him,
Oh, beautiful.
get to and from them with ease.
We need someone else, right? And I know a perfect candidate for that. A perfect two candidates for that, dare I say. Jonesy and Banana. I think those two
Oh,
combined with
I can't believe I
Optimus.
didn't even think about that. I
Wow. That is,
yeah.
that's your best idea yet, honestly.
Now, Ethan, I love your idea with the semi truck, but it's just so impractical. Like it's way too big for the road. It takes up a lot of gas. So personally, hear me out on this one. We give him this small little car, right? It's very durable. It's perfect for the road, the highway. It gets great gas mileage. It might even be a manual. Maybe Optimus Prime is a manual user.
Maybe it has a
that's-
Yamaha built head and it makes 180 horsepower at 8,200 RPM. But, maybe it has issues with understeer because it's front wheel drive and it has 60-40 weight distribution. So it could be fun to drive, but, sometimes it just feels like it doesn't have enough grip for you. But also it's really practical, and I think that's a great bonus right there.
Exactly.
Good fuel economy also, but having to take premium could be an issue for him. But overall, I think, yeah, especially the 2005 model, great choice right there.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? Just one last thing. If Optimus Prime were to ever, let's say the gnome's advanced enough to be able to go underwater, let's just give him this submarine here so that he's able to go ahead and just like follow them underwater.
That's a great point.
I heard this model is specifically like very reliable. It will probably hold up pretty good. It won't get lost or anything. So I say we give him that just in case the battle goes underwater.
You'll be at a loss for breath with that submarine.
You won't be able to breathe with that one.
I know.
And I was just thinking, because of the gnomes and how they can tunnel so easily, there's really only one way to make sure that like the gnomes can never invade America, and that's because we need to introduce water. And so what I'm proposing is Hurricane Katrina, just all over America, so that we can make sure that there's no land for the gnomes to get on.
Well,
all right. Well, I think we have a great map here.
America, yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
This is, I would say that this is a utopia, personally.
I would say that too.
This might be what is waiting for us behind the gates of heaven. We don't know. But I have a good feeling.
Nothing should ever go wrong in this America except for the gnomes. Like, everything is perfect.
The dwarves will get wrong with the gnomes.
But
gnomes.
Yes.
The gnomes.
Now, anyway, that we'll yeah, sure. No.
I don't think you're hearing me. It's gnomes. I've seen them with my own eyes.
No, I think you're being very stubborn, and I think you're being very you're seeing through a tunnel. You're not seeing the bigger picture here. Dwarves are the threat of America. Okay.
No.
Okay. No.
When I walk out in public, I see dwarves every day, and they're nice people. They don't wear little hats with AKs and look at me menacingly. That's not how this works.
Midget.
Okay, you cannot be calling people midgets. That's not okay in this society. They're little people, okay? And they're perfectly fine. I'm talking about gnomes here. These are extraterrestrial beings that fell down to Earth, okay? The US government gave them AKs like they gave ISIS AKs, okay? But except the gnomes have not turned on us yet. And we need to take action now because they're plotting currently with Canada. Just so you know